Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation, and this is my level 6 G3 Gundam with a Hyper Bazooka. I wanted to get back to basics because I apologize for the first two rounds I played on Friday. If you were there with me, I was hazy, I was not thinking, I was not playing well, and I was getting grouchy about it, which is not really necessary. My own fault. It was just a long, weird, stressful week. And it's finally getting better, but just I was not all there. And after the first two rounds, I just decided I was going to buckle down and try and pay attention, and this is the round where I started doing that. And it's not a great round, but it's certainly better than either of the first two we played. So I was, backing up that troll there and just kind of trading shots with the enemy. But I noticed this Agu guy over there. I think this is the Agu guy and not the Juag. Yeah, the Juag I think is the last one they added. It's hard to keep them straight. I probably got the wrong one. But either way, I believe that's Avocado Zala trying out that thing. That's an interesting mobile suit. I kind of want to use it more myself while there's time, but I don't know if I'll end up doing it. Because it's slow, it's relatively, as you saw, easy to kill, especially at the lower levels. But it does hit pretty hard when it hits. And it has an interesting set of weapons. I've been shredded by those things, so I'm just not sure if I could use it effectively. And I noticed that I was practically the only person close to the enemies. I saw the rest of the team fighting something off back there. And also saw that F was not yet taken, thought I might do that, but then realized I needed to get closer. Like I said, I was still not quite there, but I was getting better. And missed that shot. Actually, minding cover and trying to stun things at this point, so like I said, best round I played all night. Somebody got a good shot in on that Zuda, I think it was, just as I was hitting it. It's the Zuda with the long rifle, which, that's another one I kind of want to try more, but there's just a lot of things to try more, so I'm going to have to actually, play some rounds during the week, get some more points built up, get some things redeveloped and hangered if need be, and figure out what it is I actually want to try out while there's time. I really need to focus on this. But because it's been an unfocused week, I have not yet gotten back to Gundam Senki. But MS Bop and a couple other people, I believe, told me about a really great trick that I will be utilizing, which is that if you crouch, your weapon charge, no matter what weapon it is, happens about 5-10 times as fast. So yeah, I want to try that out. Like I said, it's been a weird, stressful week. I was unfocused, and also, to be honest, I watched a lot of SGDQ, which just ended. So, a couple of really interesting speed runs this year. Something I could never do myself. I do not have the reflexes for it. I thought that's one of the most interesting things in my opinion. I missed that shot. That was a pretty good jump and kept me out of trouble. But that's been one of the most interesting things about YouTube for me, both, just as a player and as a watcher, is that you think you're good, you're decent at gaming growing up because you're like one of the best people you know. But one, I did not have a lot of in-person local friends that I spent a lot of time gaming with. And for another, just, now that I have a frame of reference, yeah, I wasn't that good. That's okay. I don't think I've gotten considerably worse. I just turned 38. I acknowledge that you do slow down. I'm not seeing it, but gradual things you don't tend to see, so eventually I'm going to have to go back and play one of the Mega Mans I didn't play enough to have muscle memory for and see if I can actually hack it, but I'm also just not really looking forward to trying that either. It could be interesting, it probably will be interesting, but it will also probably just be difficult. Of course, those games always were difficult. I just had slightly better reflexes, and I think the big thing is, of course, more time. I had a lot more time to devote to perfecting a game when I was younger, and also just a lot more patience than I have now. So, managed to miss that shot, saw the entire team coming at me. I think I get killed here. Or if not, I really luck out, because I was just trying to get at that one act Zaku, but it got very away. Yep, I'm dead. That Ganeos is really good. That's another one. That's another on the would like to try list before the game closes. Just at this point, anything I try, I'm trying to get up to a half decent level, because as I've learned over the years, level 1 mobile suits are not really a good representation of what a mobile suit can do. You really need to have them leveled up and souped up to get a good sense of what the playstyle was supposed to be for this particular mobile suit. And it's, you know, I've wound up liking quite a few things at higher levels that I hated at level 1, the Gundam Pixie being a good example. That's terrible at level 1 in 9 out of 10 applications. At level 6, I forget whether the highest level one I have is 5 or 6, but with a full set of hangar upgrades and a full set of redevelopment, that is a terror. That thing is great. Yeah, I did a lot of jumping this round, and that one actually paid off, so that's something that was Azur's Cry's signature trick for a long time. He thought of a lot of things playing this game that I think I certainly never would have. I don't know if anybody else did, but he was the first one I saw to make good regular use of jumping, and it's still a trick that works a lot of times, especially if you don't do it often, like I don't do it often. If people come to expect it, they'll knock you out of the sky. If they don't, you can hit them pretty good. About 45 seconds left, and Azur was with us tonight, which is something I forgot to mention, which good to see him again. It's been good to see a lot of people who haven't played with us in a while. So, hopefully we can catch up with a few more before the end. But, yeah, it was... I've been enjoying the game a lot more lately, I guess probably because, I always felt a certain pressure with this to perform well and to, show off mobile suits well. And with the game ending in another month, that pressure has lessened considerably. So, yeah. So, yeah, this was a close match. I think we wound up winning by less than 100 points, but that last tackle, incidentally, was not because I thought I could make the kill or even do any significant damage. It was just to get the invincibility frames to keep myself out of trouble while the match ended. So, that worked. And yes, we won by a tiny sliver, which I think I was on the winning team like maybe twice last night. It was fun. Yeah, and I did actually score a couple of kills, so we did pretty well. And yes, in case you have not heard, Gundam Battle Operation is probably gone from the Japanese PlayStation Store. I haven't checked, but a couple of other people said they couldn't find it. The in-game store no longer works. Upshot is, if you already have an account, that means you can now buy things for points. So every mobile suit of level 5, which was the paywall, is now available for points. So, go get them if you want them. And the game itself does close down on July the 31st. So, enjoy it while you can. It's been fun. Hopefully they'll do something else in this style with a little more polish one day, but with this kind of roster. But that is gonna do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation. Sorry for being rambling, but it's a rambling kind of week. We'll be back soon, so until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!